Ooh. I always love when that bass kicks in,
Right?
Cameo. I think it sounds so good. I wish this was bumping through my car right now. But you know what? It sounds really good in our headphones. When I play it and when I play the podcast in the car, the music doesn't bump as hard. So people are probably listening like, what is he even talking about? It's not bumping that hard.
Right.
But in our headphones, man.
Goes hard.
I'm Brad Reed. This is Cameo. We're the Nerds to Men. Gog, you see him in the picture when we start, but he's been not here the last couple weeks. He's had some stuff going on. And today, of course, is Mother's Day. So he's doing, Mother's Day stuff.
Yeah.
And me and Cameo, we have moms too, but
we just don't like them. Just kidding.
We made a special tribute to mothers we're going to play here pretty soon. And in fact, I'm such a bad son that I was meaning to call my mom and say, hey, check out our thing. And I forgot. So she'll have to catch it on the replay if she's not watching it now.
Gotcha.
Is your mom watching?
No. My mom don't like anything that I like. So
yeah.
She's not going to do it.
My family always tells me that basically that they don't know anything about what we're talking about. You know what I mean? They're like, I would listen to your stuff, but I don't even know what a podcast is. And I'm like, well, it's just it's just a show that we do that you can listen to anytime. Yeah. So but one of my cousins, he told me he watches, and I was like, cool. He's like, I just don't watch when y'all have the spoilers on the movies I haven't seen. He said, but you guys are pretty straight up about telling us when we have spoilers, and you know, and I'm like, well, I try to anyway. So that's pretty good. I just noticed our big Nerds to Men banner is over on the other side of the studio.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting it, but then I was just like, maybe it's over there for a reason. So.
No, I just forgot. Like we've got a little set piece. Like I got the Monday Night Jericho. I don't know if you know who Chris Jericho is. Yeah.
That's one I used to watch.
That shirt's from like the 90s.
Yeah, that's what I used to watch, man.
So I have that for when we do the Oh Yeah Wrestling podcast. And so there's kind of a mixed match of stuff that we've got here. I've got a Joker poster that our friend, I hope I don't, I'm horrible with names, but I believe it's Albert Perales.
Perales? Yeah, I think maybe.
Perales.
Yeah. It's Albert.
Yeah, and he did that Joker. So that's pretty sweet. We won that. I won it at the last New World Comic Con.
That's right. I totally forgot about that.
I was like, he was right next to us, so I thought I'll put in for the. I think they were doing like a grab bag or whatever, a mystery box, and so that's what it was. It was a mystery box that came with some stuff, and then it also had like coupons. Like some of them had, a free painting or whatever. So I actually, at the end of the day, I didn't even see it. It fell out as I was going through the box again. Luckily, I saw it, and I was like, oh, I won a free painting. So I had to go with the Joker. Got the Charles Manson record back there that he...
Oh, wow.
That was gifted to me.
Wow. Okay.
You want to listen to it?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. We'll spin it on the ones and twos, Cameo.
Okay.
You don't know? No?
No.
Charles Manson for you. Okay.
No.
Well, it is what it is, Cameo. Yeah. So
did you go to his funeral?
Did I go to his funeral?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
I'm not on the list, I don't think.
Oh.
I mean, we weren't like buddies or anything.
I mean, you have his record, so I mean, I just didn't know.
Well, that was gifted to me.
Oh, you did say that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did they go to the...
No, it was just like, I think somebody gave me a box of records, and I found that one in there. I was like, sweet. I mean, I've never listened to it. I don't really care.
Please don't, because I don't want you
triggered.
Yeah.
I listened to this record, Cameo, and now I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. You know what we should do?
I think I'm going to leave now.
I think we should play our Mother's Day tribute video.
Already?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so here we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's she's the grandma from Family Matters.
Right.
And then the mom, but they were, like me and my family, mom, grandma, it's, oh, there's Lois Griffin.
That's a good mom.
Yeah,
she's a good mom.
She's a good mom. There's the Claire Huxtable.
Nice.
Yeah.
She still looks good, by the way.
Jason Voorhees' mom.
Aw.
Where would he be without his mother?
Exactly.
Oh, Martha Kent. She saved Batman and Superman from killing each other. The Fresh Prince's mom.
Well, that wasn't really her though.
But there's the two aunts, Aunt Viv, both.
Janet Hubert is the real mom.
Oh, she's on General Hospital now.
Oh, really?
Yep. There's the mom from the Brady Bunch.
Okay.
Princess Leia or General Leia Organa. She was a mom. Her son was a screw up. Norma Bates. Oh, there's Black Panther's mom.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mother Teresa.
She's all right.
She's a mom, though.
Yeah. Huh?
I guess. I mean, there's Kitty. Oh, look, she's doing her first podcast.
Wow.
The first ever podcast.
Oh.
Blackish. I love that show.
I love.
Oh, that show. Oof. Yeah. And then Sweet Black Jesus.
Oh, Black Jesus.
Serial mom.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All the moms with knives. There's the mom from The Incredibles. They got another movie coming up.
I can't wait for that.
The Lost Boys. I grew up with the Lost Boys, so I had to put the mom from the Lost Boys on there. Marge Simpson.
That's a very good mom.
She's a good mom. Let's see. Who else do we got? From The Shining. She was defending her son. Oh, look. Big Mama. Oh, there's a beautiful mom.
And a beautiful baby girl.
That's Cameo's mom. And then there's my mom and my grandma.
Aww.
Yeah, so that's our Mother's Day tribute since we're here on Mother's Day. So from the nerds to men.
Tell your mom I'll be over after the podcast. All right?
For what?
You know. Or, ooh. My George Takei. Oh my!
Cameo just ruined our Mother's Day tribute. Rent. All right, it's time to talk about what we're nerding out on TV, and of course, this week, the biggest show to me that I watched, crazy. It was Gotham. I mean,
man, that show is amazing.
We've been talking about it for like weeks now, really, because it was on for a couple weeks, and then it was off for like 1 or 2, and then they had an episode where Cameron Monaghan wasn't on there, but then last week, this episode was basically, I guess you would say it was The Killing Joke in reverse.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, it was called One Bad Day, so that tips you off right there. I'm kind of like my Gotham right here is all like, let's do it there. But it was called One Bad Day, which of course is one of the biggest themes in The Killing Joke because the Joker thinks one bad day would turn anybody into the Joker.
Right.
In this one, instead of, and hopefully you've all seen Gotham this week, so spoilers, but in this one, instead of taking Jim Gordon through like the Hall of Horrors that they did
it to
Bruce Wayne. Yeah. And that scene with Alfred.
Dude, okay. I figured that something was going on.
Yeah.
But I was just like, no stinking way.
When he started cutting his mouth,
I
was just like, what is going on? Yeah. And then when he gets off, I was like, I know this can't be right, but what the?
Yeah. What just happened? Like, no.
So the way they did it, I thought was pretty cool. I ended up enjoying that. But like I say, it was in reverse because at the end, Jeremiah, the Jeremiah Joker, he shows up. Bruce Wayne's, getting a little bit freaky with Selena.
Yeah.
On the couch. Not really, though. I mean, it was innocent.
Yeah, it was just a little kiss.
Little kiss. But
which was weak sauce.
Yeah.
Totally weak sauce.
It was. But what are they, like 16? I don't know. I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see it either, but I mean, still weak sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to put it on there,
Oh, go.
Throw some tongue in there.
Go for it, huh?
Yeah.
Get it. But it was awesome. He walks into, I mean, no security at Bruce Wayne's house whatsoever.
And how in the heck did he get past
Alfred?
Alfred.
That's what I'm saying.
Because the thing is, I mean, again, I know it's a show, but like Alfred just leaves, they kiss, and then he's already in there.
Alfred probably shouldn't be letting those teens by themselves.
Man,
that's how babies get made.
Right?
Yeah. But no babies were made because Jeremiah comes in, bang, shoots Selena in the stomach.
Just how he does
Batgirl.
Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
What? I guess he couldn't shoot Barbara Gordon in this one because of what they've done with Barbara's character. I mean, but
I was just saying that because the people didn't.
If they didn't know about the Killing Joke. If you don't know, I mean, what is that, 20, 30 years old now?
Yeah. And they made a movie about it?
I'm not apologizing. Yeah. I'm not apologizing for spoilers that are decades in the making.
Right.
I refuse. So, man, that episode, though, awesome.
I really like how Cameron Monaghan is taking this new Joker, though.
Yeah.
He's more, I'm pretty sure, as it gets, he's going to have the laugh like, what's his name?
Like how Jerome was playing the Joker. Yeah.
Yeah. But I like how he's just, he's very, and Joker is always, even though there's like some chaos to his thinking,
right?
But there's always an order to his chaos.
Yes.
And this is like
he's got a plan.
Yeah, and this Joker, the way that Cameron Monaghan is playing Jeremiah's Joker, is more of a sinister type Joker rather than a maniacal Joker.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's crazy. I mean, he is. But yeah, you're right. I remember there was this old movie once that I watched with, I want to say it was Kirk Douglas, and he played several different characters that were kind of like throughout the movie, but it was the guy that was playing them all. Like he was tricking everyone. And at the very end, as he gets killed or something, one of them says, "Man, he was insane." And they're like, you don't always confuse evil for insane. And so this Joker, Jeremiah, seems evil, whereas Jerome seemed insane.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
But I kind of like the insane Joker just a little bit more. I just do. I mean a mix of both, I think, would be good. Yeah. He's a little too melancholy for me.
And you kind of see his the broadness of his character.
Yeah.
Because, Jerome was always, crazy.
Right.
And also, I guess, it's kind of due to Jeremiah because of how, he lied about Jerome treating him.
Yeah, he definitely, manipulated things so that it looked like he was okay and Jerome was crazy.
Right.
But, I mean, he was, but at the time, maybe he wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was all just, again, like one big revenge.
Yeah. So, the next episode this week will be the season finale. Now, it's called A Dark Night, No Man's Land, and here's the description. Okay, it says Jeremiah warns a skeptical Gordon of more destruction coming Gotham's way, and Gordon is forced to make a potentially devastating decision. Meanwhile, Barbara rallies together a team to secure her position as alliances in the underworld shift and prove no one can be trusted. Then Bruce is forced to come to terms with the future. So nothing really about what's going to happen with Selena, but I'm sure something. I
hope she don't end up in a wheelchair. Hopefully,
that would be odd if they did. But that's the thing. That's what kind of surprised me about this show being like so Killing Joke heavy. Is they don't necessarily worry about like the source material or it feels like Gotham's in its own universe,
and I'm glad too. I'm glad that they have these freedoms to do with whatever they want with their characters in this show.
Yeah,
and because at the very beginning of it all, we were like, Barbara Gordon. Well, isn't that his daughter?
Right.
And then, we were coming up like, oh, well, maybe they have a daughter and, Barbara Gordon dies and he, names her Barbara Gordon with Lee Tompkins. But obviously that didn't happen.
Right.
And, I'm wondering if Gordon said something to, what's his name? Corey Michael Smith's Riddler, if like, hey, she's just using you.
Yeah.
And, he was like, no, whatever. And he was like, well, just watch. And that's why he was watching from, in the elevator shaft or wherever he was at.
It's funny how much the Joker and Cameron Monaghan have eclipsed the Riddler, the Penguin, guys who we were really excited about their storylines at one time. And I'm not excited about them, but, Chip, who I do the Jest World and Tangent World, he was asking, where should I start with Gotham? I hear y'all talking about it, and and I'm like, just look up every episode with Cameron Monaghan in it and watch those.
Yeah,
because those are the amazing episodes. And
well, but again, before all that happened, Penguin was an interesting character.
Sure.
And then, before Riddler became the Riddler, he was, was kind of meh. But, I really liked Robin Lord Taylor's Penguin. I like that. I like how
I do
he
love
took
him.
That character.
Yeah, I just they haven't been giving them as much cool stuff lately. You know. So, but yeah, Gotham, like I say, season finale. Now, this is bad on my part, but have we heard whether they are for sure having a next season?
They are having a season 5.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, what do you think? David Mazouz? Will he be Batman still? Or Bruce Wayne?
I think so.
I'm going to say no. I don't think he'll be on it. I think they're going to age him just a little bit. So, because like I say, you can tell they're doing a few things. They have him driving a Mustang. They kind of, I think he's got like a kind of an older looking haircut.
Yeah.
But he still just looks like a baby.
He does.
He really does. Especially next to Cameron Monaghan. With Selena, they look like the same age.
Yeah.
So they may have to age her too.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's going to happen. All right, let's move to some other, Gotham's on Fox. And people have speculated because Fox got bought by Disney that some of the stuff, they were going to make some changes.
Yeah.
Well, this week we actually saw that there were going to be a few changes, and one of those was Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled by Fox. And, oh, my God, like, why?
I don't know. I haven't kept up with it.
I love it.
I do. What I did see, I did like.
Yeah.
But, it was like when we were all about, the Flash and Arrow. And
yeah.
we were trying to watch all those. Like, that just got put on the back burner.
Yeah.
And so I just was like, man, I'll just watch it when it comes on Netflix or whatever.
Yeah. I love it. Forrest, you watch any of these shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No, I actually don't. I feel like I should now because you make it sound so interesting.
It's great. I love it. Of course, I loved Andy Samberg.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
When he was on Saturday Night Live. And so I was brokenhearted when I heard about Brooklyn Nine-Nine getting canceled. I really didn't get it because it's not a bad show. It's not like it's got worse.
Yeah.
It's been on
5 seasons? 4 seasons. No, 5 seasons.
I'd say more than 5, though.
No, it's 4 seasons. Because, I think so. 4 or 5. It has to be
I feel like it's been on more seasons than Gotham, though. Am I wrong?
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Well, there we go.
You're so wrong.
So wrong. But either way, the good news was NBC stepped in and said, we'll take it. And it feels like a good fit for them because, like Parks and Recs with Amy Poehler. And I'm sure Lorne Michaels probably had something to do with NBC picking it up.
Oh, yeah, duh, SNL. Totally forgot.
Yeah, so I like that it's going to NBC. I think it's going to still have the same flavor. I don't really think anything's going to change.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I did wonder, and this is maybe conspiracy talk. You think that there was any backlash because of Terry Crews and any of that stuff that he's had going on? I mean, I would hate to think that.
The whole sexual misconduct through his manager or something?
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, you never know, man. You never know.
You don't ever know. So, could be. Brooklyn Nine-Nine will be back. Now, another show that I watch, love it.
Oh, I love that show.
Last Man on Earth, another Saturday Night Live alum.
Yeah.
And he MacGruber. I love that. And Jason Sudeikis is on it. And one of the things
also an SNL alum.
Yeah. One of the things I love about Last Man on Earth, Will Forte, his comedy has always been absurd, kind of.
Yeah.
Last Man on Earth is really, it lets him be fully
right.
It lets him show off his comedy fully. Because the whole show is absurd.
Yeah, I need to watch it from the very first season.
Oh, yeah.
All over again, because I love that show.
Now, it's been so absurd that I've been expecting them to cancel it for years. I just figured that most people probably didn't like it. But a lot of people watch Last Man on Earth, and I'm sad that it's going to be gone. I hope they don't do us like My Name is Earl. Or like Vinyl, where they've already filmed it and they didn't know that they was going to get canceled. And so it's just... Because, with Earl, My Name is Earl, they asked They said, should we make it a cliffhanger? Are we going to be back, or should we wrap it up so that whatever happens? And they're like, no, you're good. Do a cliffhanger. And then all of a sudden, another show I've been watching recently, I was so mad when I got to the end. Why didn't anybody tell me? Vinyl on HBO. It's about like a guy who owns a record company back in the 70s. And even radio guys, like it talks about how it shows anyway. Zubek could probably relate to this, where they come in and they drop off, maybe $100 and some to play a record.
Some devil's dandruff.
Yeah. And they don't do that in radio anymore. But back in the 70s, they showed up, did.
I remember Ron from Jack and Ron was telling me like some of the crazy things that was going down whenever he was first in radio. I was like, what?
Absolutely.
Like when you see those movies that are like in the 70s and 80s and they're like, big record companies or radio, you see like the big wigs in their office smoking a cigar.
Oh, yeah.
Drinking whiskey at like 11 o'clock in the morning, making deals and stuff like that. And he was telling me all that stuff. And I was like, that really happened?
Yeah, it did.
Wow.
It did happen. But it's just one of those things that now everything's so corporate, you know, that it doesn't work like that. Plus, a lot of the corporate people are making the playlist, so there's no need to, grease the palms, I guess, of the local guy. And then they made the, all the plugola and payola laws and stuff like that. But so interesting stuff. You get to see all that playing out in vinyl, and that's cool. But it ends with a cliffhanger. It like ends, like, hey, we'll be back next season. And I didn't get why they canceled it, because it was produced by Mick Jagger, Martin Scorsese, but a lot of people didn't quite like it. And I was just disappointed with the way it ended. So all that to say, I hope Last Man on Earth gets to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Or gets picked up by NBC or Netflix or I don't know. We always say when something gets canceled, hopefully it'll go to Netflix, but
right.
I don't know if that's the end all be all. But one more show I want to talk about that I discovered this week. Chip, my friend Chip, was telling me about it. It's on the PS4 network. So if you got a PS4 and an account, you can just go watch it for free. I guess there's 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But it's called Powers. And you can see some of the characters up here on the screen. That
was Diamond or something?
Diamond. He used to be a guy who had powers, and now he doesn't.
Yeah, one of his if you haven't seen it, I forgot his name. What is it? Sharito?
Is it
Sharlto?
Sharlto Copley. But he was in District 9.
Yes.
Was he in like the Elysium or any of the others, Chappie?
I don't know.
Well, he was at least in District 9, so he's in it. Also, Eddie Izzard, he's hilarious. Noah Taylor plays Johnny Royale. Is that his name?
Yeah, that's the one of the bad dudes.
He has such a cool scene in like the first episode because he can like teleport.
Yeah, and he can teleport like different body parts.
Exactly. Yeah. I won't ruin it for you, but yes, he could teleport different body parts. Now, this show is awesome. It's rated, I would say it's probably rated R.
Yeah.
It's got some language and stuff like that. So, but basically, he used to have powers, and now he is part of a task force that arrests people with powers and supervillains and all that.
Yeah, and Eddie Izzard was like his mentor. And Eddie Izzard is the first season. I haven't watched all the second season, but the first season, Eddie Izzard is the big bad dude. But he's called the Big Bad Wolf, I believe.
Right.
And he's kind of reminds me of Zachary Quinto's character in Heroes, where he eats the superheroes and takes their powers. That's what Eddie Izzard does.
Nice.
And that's what he did to Diamond's character. And that's why he doesn't have any powers now.
They have a I will not say it as crudely as they say it on the show. But they have a deal where like if you have a sexual encounter with somebody with powers, you can kind of get powers.
Yeah, for momentarily.
Yeah. So that kind of plays into the plot of the show too. So, but it's a great show. It's called Powers. It's on the PlayStation 4 network. I just discovered it. Another thing I didn't know about it, but you may have heard this name on the show last week. It was executive produced, created by John Michael Bendis.
Yes.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
So we kind of talked about him last week because
You mean Brian Michael Bendis?
No, Brian. Yeah, Brian Michael Bendis. Okay. Glad you caught it. But yeah, he was a writer for Marvel, and now he's moving to DC. So Jerry Bennett had brought him up, and you're a fan. What has he written that you've been a big fan of?
I forgot the storyline, but it was a Daredevil comic. I think it was like The Man with No Fear or Without Fear.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, he's done other comics too.
Well, this Powers was based off of one of his graphic novels.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
You know, we should try to get him on.
Ooh.
Try to talk to him.
Brian Michael Bendis. I'll see what we can do.
Talk about Powers and, moving to DC and all that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because actually, Powers is a comic book, by the way, and I believe it is. I've seen it in the Marvel area. Mm-hmm. So if you want to pick it up, if they have any more, I'm not really sure, but
yeah,
check it out.
I recommend going to New World Comics. They're good friends of ours. You have one too that you shop at.
Yeah, All Star Comics.
Yeah,
it's kind of basically right down the street off of 63rd and May.
All right. Well, that was what we're nerding out on TV for this week. That'll change every week,
right?
Especially as other shows.
Real quick.
Yeah.
The Chalet. Have you seen that on Netflix? Okay, it's a French show. No English dubbed at all, but there is English subtitles. Check that out. That first couple episodes, I'm just like, whoa.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I'll check it out. You said Chalet?
Yeah, the Chalet.
Chalet? Mm-hmm. All right. And I've got to get caught up on Legion now. I was trying to watch it on Hulu, and I guess if you have Hulu, you can't watch season 2 yet. You can watch it if you've got the part of Hulu that allows you to watch live stuff and DVR stuff. Mm-hmm. You can do that.
But if you have cable like Cox or AT&T or digital, whatever you got, you can download the Fox app, and then there's like a tab. If you have like the one of those packages where you can do that, I use my parents. Well, my mom and my grandma. But anyways, yeah, there's a FX tab that you can get, and it'll pop it up. So watch it on the app.
Yeah, do that. And like I said, I'm going to get caught up, and we'll talk about some more Legion probably next week. Because we do this weekly now.
I tell you what, Legion.
Is it good?
It's good, but you have to. It's
Be
kind
on
of
shrooms.
Like, yeah, and you have to watch it like you're watching either Westworld or what's that other HBO show? Game of Thrones. Because if you like look away, like you done missed like a big part of the story.
Right.
But you also probably need to take some things, some peyote or whatever.
Well, that's our TV talk. It's brought to you by Cadell and Company. You don't have to just dream about the home improvement projects you see on TV. You can let Cadell & Company make your dreams a reality in your home. Cadell & Company has a no-pressure showroom in Norman, Oklahoma, with hand-picked materials such as wood floor, tile, carpet, cabinets, and countertops. Call Cadell & Company at 405-928-5026 or visit their Facebook page for pictures from their projects and directions to their showroom. Don't just dream about your home improvement. Let Cadell & Company make it a reality. All right, we are back. Thank you to Cadell and Company. Cameo, guess what time it is?
What?
You can see it on the screen. It's Cam's Jams time.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, Cam's Jams. And we don't really have like a Mr. TMZ report this week, right? But we do have.
No, I mean, not anything big is going on.
Yeah.
Except for J. Cole just released over the weekend that he is going on tour.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is he going to come here?
No.
Oh.
The closest he's coming is to Dallas.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Actually, let me pull that up real quick. Here it is. First stop is American Airlines Arena in Miami, Florida. That's August 9th. And he's going to Tampa, Atlanta, Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Phoenix, San Diego, Oakland, Boise, Anaheim, Vegas, Denver. I mean, he's going all the way to doing a whole month, ending in Boston.
Right.
So August 9th starts and October 10th ends.
I like J. Cole.
J. Cole's pretty cool, man.
I wasn't really into him till recently, and I've heard some of his stuff, and I was like, he's got a little bit more, I don't know, intelligence to his writing than I expected, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not just
he's
booty shaking music.
Right. And he's always been pretty good with his music. I think his last album or 2 albums ago went platinum with no features on it, and that's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. This album, I like it, but I mean, it's good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good, but yeah, I just
what was the
I
song
really
that he
care for
put
this
out
album
that
as
was
much as others?
Yeah, he put out one that was kind of people thought it was directed at Kanye. Was it Hero? No, man.
Is it recently?
It was probably like in the last couple years.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I can look it up, but I can't. It was one of those songs that that was the one song I really did dig. False Prophets.
Oh, okay.
You
I
like
do
that
remember
song?
that song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good song.
yeah.
Well, let's talk about Childish Gambino. He's the one. I got it. It's all opposite.
That one.
Yeah, there you go. Cameo could do it. I don't know how to do it.
No, there
it is. For people listening, they're like, what is going on? Brad doesn't know his direction. But we do have a picture of Childish Gambino up from his video, This Is America.
Man, I tell you what. I picked up on some of the symbolisms and, what he was talking about, but I had to watch some videos to get all of them.
Right.
And now I don't remember all of them, and dumb me that I forgot to write the stuff down. But, the gist of it all is, you see the kids dancing in the back. Well, they're not dancing, but the still photo. There's kids in the video that are dancing behind them, and there's other stuff going on behind those kids, which basically is, showing that, all these little dance videos that are coming out are basically blinding us from what's really happening.
Right.
And like there's one video that I watched that mentioned that, and also mentioned that like some of his exaggerated movements was I wouldn't say really paying homage to, but was showing how minstrel shows back in the days were where white actors were doing blackface, and that's all those like exaggerated facial expressions and his dancing. Not all of it, because some of those are the viral video dance moves.
Right.
But yeah, like he went in on this video, and he was actually caught in West Hollywood. I forgot what place he was at, but one of the photographers and paparazzi people asked him, what does your video mean?
Right.
And he goes, that's up to you. That is a true artist.
That's either a true artist or just somebody who doesn't like to talk.
No,
well, I only say
artist.
that because I've interviewed people where I'm like, what was the inspiration behind this song or whatever, and like there's some people that they just generally don't like to explain like what their songs are about or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that about him. We talked about this last week. I feel like he's really more of the definition of a genius than a lot of people are, at least artistically anyway.
Yeah. Oh, and another part of the video too. There's There's a couple scenes of him shooting people.
Yeah.
And one of the videos that I watched, kind of, brought it to light where, like in the first video or the first person he shoots, the dude has a sack over his head.
The guitar player at the beginning.
Yeah. And when he shoots him, he puts a gun in, a red
like
velvet.
a blank. Yeah.
And you see the guy just get drug off. And he was like, you see how, black people's lives are compared to, gun violence. What's more handled more carefully.
Yeah.
And obviously, the whole gun talk is like, that's very sensitive. But when you drag somebody off, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and me personally, I'm just gonna say it. I enjoy shooting guns. I think they're fun to go out and go out in the country and shoot some guns. I don't really hunt. I don't really like to kill things.
Yeah,
but I like shooting guns with my friends.
Probably will after that Charles Manson album you listen to.
Yeah, Cameo. Want to come over and listen to my record?
Nope.
But
if you ever ask me to come over to listen to a record, I'm not coming.
Yeah. At the same time, I would say that kind of what I got from that video was people care more about their possessions, their guns, than they do about human lives at times.
Oh, of course.
And I could kind of see that, and I kind of agree with that too. And I thought it was a powerful message.
Yeah.
You showed they showed that a couple times, like the second one. And man, when he shot the guy with the sack over his head, I thought, that's shocking.
Right.
When he shoots the choir, oh my God. I mean, that was, whew.
Yeah. Man, I didn't even think that was going to happen, to be honest with you.
No.
But I kind of figured it would just because of the Charleston shootings.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And so, I mean, there was a lot of symbolism there because you saw after he shoots them, again, the careful handling of the gun.
Yep.
As opposed to the victims. Then you see people just running. Like, they cannot wait to, get there and cover this, as media or riot about, And not to say that the people that are protesting stuff like that are wrong, but maybe that it's saying that there are some people that are a little too eager to stir things up after these things happen. But at the same time, it's just in our collective, minds, we're on to the next thing.
Well, and you can kind of see that too with the kids dancing in the background of Gambino, because he was doing his deal at the very beginning, which like I said, it was like basically talking about the minstrel shows back then, and he shoots that person, then it's like, oh crap. You're like shocked, but then you see these kids run up behind him and start dancing and doing those, viral video dances.
Right.
Then it's just like, oh crap, blah 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 blah. Then it's like he shoots some more people. Then it goes back into them dancing again. So it's like, and with like the media, and I'm talking about like YouTube, not like news outlets or anything. There's always something on YouTube.
Yeah.
That catches your eye over something that is like something that's more important,
right?
So,
and it's interesting too, because he's talking about how as an artist, they're responsible too for this, because boom, we're putting out all of our stuff, we expect people to follow us and watch it and buy our stuff, but at the same time, it takes away from maybe some of the attention to some of these tragedies, and that's the idea. And then once you get to the very end, you see Childish Gambino himself running and being chased by all these people.
Yeah.
And, a statement on how it'll eventually turn on you, too.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing, just remembered his necklaces. They said the symbolism of that was that one of them was symbolizing bondage or slavery, and the other one was like for more glamorous purposes.
Right.
Like everybody wants a chain, or because just like in Blackish, whenever Junior got his chain, it was just like, oh man, that, that's my chain.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I had to watch this video several times.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, there's so much going on that you miss.
Yeah.
And there's like parts where he's talking about a cell phone, like cell phones are tools now.
Yeah.
And, some people took it as that. And then, somebody said, cellies are also kind of, because that's what he says in one of the part of the song. It says cellies, also talking about, the cell blocks and how those have been, tools for, African Americans, for the new type of bondage. So I mean, it's that video has a lot of stuff, and like the pants that he has on was symbolizing the what they. I don't want to get that wrong, so I'm not going to say it, but it had to do with slavery times and what they somewhat wore.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. A lot of symbolism in this. Some of it, I'm sure that you'll have people who, I guess I would say the Blue Lives Matter people might not like this video.
All Lives Matter don't like this.
My deal is this. You would think if it was All Lives Matter that they would like it. You know what I'm saying? But my deal is this. Art is supposed to challenge you. It's supposed to make you think. And if you can be offended by it, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Be offended, whatever.
Right.
But think about it. At least give it some thought, And that's what I mean. It's one of those songs too. I'm hearing everywhere. I was at the tattoo shop yesterday down in the Plaza District. There's a little dance studio across the street. I'm thinking that they were trying to learn the choreography because they had the song playing like all afternoon. Yeah. So
and there was also paying homage to some African dances in there too. So I thought that was all pretty cool. I mean, like I said, he is a genius.
Yeah.
And an artist because when I used to choreograph dances, I could not do more than a duet.
Right.
Because my mind is just on two things. And that's, person A, person B. I couldn't get around everybody else. And with all that's going on, you have to be a genius.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's just amazing at how he came up with this video, the lyrics and, I hate the word woke. I just hate the word woke. But, he's a conscious dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's aware of his surroundings, and you can attribute that to being woke if you want to, but I just hate using the word woke.
I do too. I don't like there's snowflake, woke, like all these
Yardbird.
I don't like using any of those. But so yeah, I definitely think Childish Gambino, a genius. Looking forward to seeing what else we hear and see from him because like I say, that video is just Man, I feel like that one's the first of, I think he's turning this page to where, stuff is serious. And he wants to paint these serious pictures, basically.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that
he
is going against, what he was saying earlier about, I'm retiring from music.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is something that he's got a lot of buzz with it. And because I feel like Childish Gambino, people sleep on.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked his stuff in Atlanta. I didn't get into Community, but I loved his old albums. So it's just like he has to put out some more music.
I agree. All right, that was Cam's Jams. Now it's time for the rock and roll rundown here on Nerds to Men, as I'm a big fan of the rock music.
Did you go see Stone Sour yesterday?
I didn't go see Stone Sour. I went and saw Mastodon and Primus earlier in the week, and I saw Modest Mouse Thursday.
Okay.
All those were really good shows. Primus was a little bit, they like to jam out.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in a band, I love to jam. Mm-hmm. I don't like to watch people jam, though. It's like, ugh. Like, can you get on to I want to hear the next song.
I don't know if you've ever seen Brad perform. Brad gets down.
I do.
I
used to anyway.
When your hair was longer,
yeah.
he would do the headbang stuff. Yeah. I was like, get it, Brad.
Yeah.
I see you. I see you.
But like I say, when you're jamming in a band, you're like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
Uh-huh.
And when you're watching a band jam, some people love it, I'm sure, but like me, I'm like, I'm tired. I want to go home. But no, Primus, I never got to see them or Mastodon, so that was awesome. But I want to talk about Nine Inch Nails because they announced a new tour, a new album too. The album is going to be called Bad Witch. It comes out June 22nd. I'm a big Nine Inch Nails fan, but something about this tour I really, really like. And I don't know if they're coming here or not, but they're going to be doing things different. In fact, you have to get your tickets in person because let me just say this. If you get your tickets from the Chesapeake Energy Arena, you're going to pay at least, I think, $50 a ticket in just the fees. So with just the, like I say, just the fees, even if you have a $30 ticket, you might be paying more in fees for each ticket. So it's just one of those things that I think is terrible. But one of my friends that works there said, hey, if you go get them in person, you don't have to pay those fees. So I'm like, sweet. But Nine Inch Nails is going to do that too, where you can't even get them online now. You have to go get them in person. And this is what they said. They said, you can, actual human being, show up at the box office, interact with the ticket seller, another actual human being, and purchase up to 4 tickets that will be handed to you on the spot. The tickets will not be available online or anywhere else before or during that day. All seats, including the best seats, will be available first come, first served. Because we all know, when those tickets go on sale, it's those resellers that get all those tickets right up front, and you get whatever's left, it seems like. You may actually encounter other actual human beings with similar interests, likely wearing black clothing during the process, and potentially interact with them. The experience has the potential to be enjoyable. Nine Inch Nails has always been about bringing people together, living life to the fullest, and good times. So I'm really a big fan of this because it's just, I hate these fees.
Yeah.
And like they were saying, you know, we spend so much time online and we don't interact with people. And, you know, music's supposed to bring people together anyway. So I kind of like their idea that, you know, this, you want to meet other like-minded people, here's a chance. You know, because that's kind of why we go and do certain things is we want to meet people that are like us, you know, and all that. So
but there's nobody like you, Brett.
Well, I know that. But I just think it's really, really cool how they're doing that with, you know, Pearl Jam a long time ago tried to take on Ticketmaster and all the fees, and that didn't really work. So I like this idea that you have to go get them, but it's going to benefit you by not having to pay all that crap. Because, I mean, why do they need all those fees, especially online? Where there's nobody even work. Like, I would think the fees would count more for when you have to go get them from somebody because they have to pay that person to be there.
Right.
I don't know. It's just a scam. It really is. All right, it's time for our nerd update.
Yay.
Are you ready for nerd update, Cameo?
For sure.
All right. This is something that you don't you do a nerd update on the radio every week?
Yeah. I do that on 98.9 Kiss FM every Wednesday.
All right. So we're stealing it because, A, you came up with it, and you did it, and we're stealing it.
Yeah, before we go into, like, Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel movies, I want to just say that Black Panther is still in the top 10.
Right.
Total, it has made almost $1 billion, $696 million. And Avengers is it is 3 weeks. And oh, by the way, that was the 13th week for Black Panther. Yeah. Total, so 696 million in its 13th week.
Yeah.
Avengers, 3rd week. Guess how much?
Just 1.6 billion.
Well, this is just. I hate you.
Is that what it is?
No. It's just like in America. Well, in North America.
Yeah.
$547.8 million. 3rd week.
Yeah.
3rd week.
Yeah. I did see, that's why I was cheating a little bit. I saw that it opened in China, and so worldwide it's like 1.6 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
If that movie makes $2 billion, well, I mean, I know it will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only in its 3rd week.
Yeah. I've heard a few things. Maybe we'll look into it a little more and get into it next week, but some possibilities for what the next Avengers movie is going to look like. So we'll talk about that.
Can't wait, man. Oh.
But the production is already underway for Captain Marvel, which, should I throw up the spoiler sign? Probably should right now, just because I'm going to mention something we haven't mentioned yet. So spoilers, if you haven't seen Avengers Infinity War and you didn't stay till the very end, either one of those, spoilers. Turn it off right now. So we did see the logo of Captain Marvel.
Right.
Okay. And I knew that the movie was in production, but I don't exactly know when that movie's coming out. Does it say? Yeah, it'll be out March 8th, 2019. So we're still a year away.
Yeah.
I would imagine that will come out before the next Avengers movie, correct?
Yeah, because I think the next Avengers should be in May.
Yeah. So that one.
Or if we get Robert Downey Jr. to say, hey, let's see it earlier. Might see it earlier. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Say it. Do it. But they asked Kevin Feige, is it Feige or Feige?
Feige.
It is Feige.
Yeah.
Who's the other? There's a Feige, right?
You mean Fergie?
No. Anyway, I'll just say Kevin Feige for now. We'll look it up later. But yeah, he said after Captain Marvel, because he said we're doing Captain Marvel right now. Captain Marvel's shooting right now with Brie Larson. Miss Marvel, though, they were talking about whether they were going to do a Miss Marvel movie.
Kamala Khan.
Yeah, he said Miss Marvel, which is another character in the comic books, the Muslim hero who is inspired by Captain Marvel, is definitely sort of in the works. Definitely sort of.
Right.
He said we have plans for that once we've introduced Captain Marvel to the world. So if you were a big fan of Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel, looking forward to those. Like we said, Captain Marvel comes out March of 2019, and Miss Marvel might be coming sooner than we thought. What do you think about that? Are you into Miss Marvel at all?
Not really.
I got them confused. I thought Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel were the same.
No. Because Miss Marvel, well, not this Miss Marvel, not the Kamala Khan. The other Miss Marvel is where Rogue got her powers from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least from the X-Men show, anyways.
I'm not, like, I'll be honest with you. I did not as familiar with Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and stuff.
But yeah, this Miss Marvel is an Inhuman, and the first Miss Marvel, the one with the black and the lightning strike down her body, that was a mutant. So, yeah. That's why they're two different. And then Captain Marvel got her powers from the Kree. So
gotcha. All right, last nerd update here. Jon Favreau.
Yep.
You know him from Iron Man.
Happy Hogan.
Yeah. He was so money he didn't even know it back in the day.
Yeah.
What was that movie? Forrest, do you remember that movie? God, man, it was.
Nope.
They were in Vegas, and
I
have it. It wasn't now. God bless. Forrest, look that up on your phone. Jon Favreau, and who was the other guy? It was one of his first movies.
Yeah, I have no
Tall
idea.
guy, you know. This is so bad right now. Man, I can't. I'm blanking
Vince
on
Vaughn?
everybody. Vince Vaughn. Yeah.
Okay.
Vince Vaughn was in it. It was. I wanted to say Slackers, but it's not Slackers.
Yeah.
Okay, Forrest is on it. Anyway, Jon Favreau, who's directed a lot of stuff, and
Very Bad Things.
no, that was a great movie though. That was
Swingers.
Swingers.
There we go.
Swingers. Okay.
Vegas, baby. That's what it was.
Yeah. That was the "You're So Money." They would always say that to each other. Now, Very Bad Things was a great dark comedy with Christian Slater. I guess Jon Favreau was probably in it. I can't remember, but Cameron Diaz. She was the crazy. They were getting married and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff. In fact, I think if I remember, she might have beaten Jon Favreau with like some kind of mic stand or broom or something to keep him from interfering with the wedding. Yeah, crazy movie. I like that movie. Or no, I think she beat up Christian Slater because she was marrying Jon Favreau.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Anyhow, Lucasfilm announced back in March that he was going to direct a new Star Wars series. He's an executive producer anyway, and it's going to be a live-action Star Wars TV series. And so he's confirmed that development is along. About, I guess they said half of season 1 script is already written, and that it's going to take place 7 years after the Battle of Endor, which is, what happened on Return of the Jedi. So I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know. Let's see where this. Oh, it's on the
new Disney platform. So it's going to be on the Disney app, I'm going to assume?
Yeah.
So.
It's the direct, yeah.
Man, do I have to buy another deal?
I know. That's what I'm saying. When you cut the cord to
Yeah.
get rid of cable, it makes so much sense because you save so much money. Then you have to sign up for all Hulu, Netflix, HBO Go. By the time, Fox Sports Southwest, if you want to watch the Thunder. And so by the time you've cut all the cords, but then got all the standalones, I think you're paying the same amount.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I guess the only thing is like, you could say, I don't want this, so I don't need that, and I'll just pay for this. But man, like I say, I'm very excited about this Star Wars, and more so that it's a live action.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool.
I like the like Star Wars Rebels and stuff like that. I do, but the live action, should be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Of course, looking forward to Solo at the end of this month.
Yeah, May 25th.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Well, this week, get ready.
What's this week?
Deadpool 2.
Oh, I completely forgot. How did I forget?
I don't know, dude. There's stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Deadpool 2 comes out this week.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This
week. Thursday, right? Is when?
Well, 7, yeah.
Are we going to go see it?
I mean, why not?
I say we do it.
Let's do it.
Also, we got Gotham, the season finale this Thursday.
Which one are we going to watch first?
I almost say we should watch Gotham Thursday night, go see Deadpool this weekend, and then, of course, we'll talk about it all on the show.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, so that's your Nerd Update brought to you by Cadell & Company. You don't have to just dream about the home improvement projects you see on TV. You can let Cadell & Company make your dreams a reality in your home. Cadell & Company has a no-pressure showroom in Norman, Oklahoma, with hand-picked materials such as wood floor, tile, carpet, cabinets, and countertops. Call Cadell & Company at 405-928-5026 or visit their Facebook page for pictures from their projects and directions to their showroom. Don't just dream about your home improvement. Let Cadell & Company make it a reality. All right, Cadell & Company, thank you so much. Go see them. If you mention the Nerds to Men podcast, you get 10% off of materials.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's materials cost a lot.
Yes, they do.
So 10% off, that's amazing.
And don't think 10% is not a lot.
Oh, no.
Because, you see, like, in some of these shows where they're, like, asking, what percentage I want. Yeah. Usually it's 10%. Like, I want 10% of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, come on.
What? Easily, you could spend $1,000 on some flooring.
Yeah.
And get $100 off.
That's
easily.
Yeah.
I'd probably spend a lot more on these floors if you look around. So, but
$100 is still $100.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The cost of materials, and that's the good thing about Cadell & Company is they get these materials, but they don't get like the most expensive, but they get it's still good quality. So they're saving you money anyway.
Right.
And like I say, you get 10%. You can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
Cadell & Company. All right, Cameo. That's pretty much it for this week. Right. I've got a bunch of podcasts I'll mention real quick. The Oh Yeah Wrestling podcast for all our WWE fans. Jest World, which normally what we do is we do a live show right after each episode. But this week, since it's Mother's Day and some other stuff, we're going to do that later in the week. We'll still watch it and do a reaction video. And then we do the live watch-along where we comment along. Tangent World is for that. But you can get all that at the Jest World Facebook and Spreaker page. And on iTunes podcast, again, Oh Yeah Wrestling is also on Spreaker at our page. And also on SoundCloud, iTunes podcast, YouTube. So cool. And then, of course, Nerds to Men. We do this every week at, we usually go on about 4:30. I think maybe we went on a little earlier today, but every week. So we want you to be here to watch, to comment along. Mm-hmm. Christine Williams said, I agree. I don't know what, but I'm sure it's everything we said.
Yeah, that was when we were talking about
Childish Gambino. Yeah. Christian, we're so glad that you tuned in and everybody else who tunes in.
During and after.
Yeah. So yeah, we really want you here during the live shows so that we can kind of comment back and forth with you. And however you watch it, that's the great thing about podcasts is you can listen to this anytime. So or watch it on our YouTube channel. So we appreciate that. Share it with all your friends. And we're gonna be here every week doing this for you with nerd updates, the music news with Cam's Jams, and the rock and roll rundown, all of that. And, of course, special thanks to Cadell & Company. So, and also thanks to Forrest. What did we go with? Just Francis?
Yeah.
Francis?
Yeah.
No Forrest Fuego.
Or Fuego Francis.
Fuego Francis. I like that, too. So, that's the show. We'll be back next week.
And, make sure you tune in to me, Wild 104.9. Monday through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wild is turning 18. We've been on for 18 years. Right. And we are throwing a huge party out at Lost Lakes Entertainment Complex.
Oh, that's right. That's where I went out there for the Juggalo
how
gathering.
Was that?
Oh, it was crazy.
Really?
It was nuts. It was so crazy.
Did you dress up as a clown?
I didn't.
Okay. Or a Juggalo,
I did.
I guess you could
No,
say.
I didn't. But I did I went out there, and we were out there to see Mushroom Head, which is a metal band that my friends, they know them, and so they kind of got us out there and all that. And we went to the Juggalo tent where they were doing like karaoke and whatnot, and they were like, "Well, what's your favorite Juggalo song so you can do karaoke?" And I was like, "I don't have one."
Yeah.
And they're like, "This might not be the tent for you. You might need to leave." Like, oh my God, okay.
Dang.
Well, all right, but man, that complex is huge.
Uh-huh.
And so, what are y'all gonna have out there?
Well, we're gonna have a whole bunch of local artists, and some, more than local artists. And there's a big announcement coming up, and you can get tickets right now for $10 at ticketfly.com. And yeah, you don't want to miss this concert. Just saying, this
Right
concert's going to be huge.
Right on.
So, yes, it's going to be fun. So, again, ticketfly.com. Tickets are on sale for $10 for a few more days. I believe it's 5 more days because we were doing $10 ticket sales, and we started last Monday. So, you got 5 more days.
All right. Well, that's it. That's a wrap. We'll see you next week. Peace.